All right, we're on day 5. Today I slept in, so I woke up late, and so everything was shifted back. And I found that, yes, there was some resistance because I think a lot of my discipline was tied to the time of day. Like right now it is 1 o'clock. Usually I have these uploaded by 11:15. So I was kind of dragging my feet, but I am really proud of myself that I did go to the gym, I did my meditation, and now here I am doing this video. So in terms of the process of just showing up for myself, keeping my word to myself, and putting in the reps, I am doing it. So that is deepening my self-trust. And also, as I said yesterday, I am developing respect for myself. It is really good for me to see myself doing this because it shows me that I can trust myself, that if I make a decision about something, that I will actually follow through with it, that future me is going to honor the agreements that present me is making for us. So it feels, I think the best word I can think of is coherent. I feel coherent. I don't feel like my energy is scattered. It also really goes to show how much it matters to sleep early, wake up early, or just on time, whatever that means to you, just at the same time every day. I see a lot of talk about nervous system healing online, and they'll discuss things like sound baths and getting a massage and things like this. And nobody really talks about the ugly foundational bits like getting 8 hours of sleep, waking up early. Like I wake up with the sun most days, and it has a profound effect on my energy. It also means that I feel sleepy automatically at a fixed time every day. Drinking enough water, eating on time, just those kind of things will do a lot for regulating your organism. Then like all the other stuff can come later on top of that. Okay, what are we going to talk about today? I thought I would share another journaling exercise that I did and was really, really good for me. Had very profound effects on my life. I did it a year ago, and I would highly recommend for anybody to try this. And it is 300 things to ask from God. So I bought this book, actually. It's right here. This one, this gold book. It says 100 things, but whatever. It's my book. I can do what I want with it. So I put a 300 things in here. And I don't really use that word God a lot in my day-to-day. It's not really the framework for which I view that, but like whatever works for you, right? But it's 300 things to ask from God. And we're just going to use that vocabulary because it keeps things simple for the purpose of this video. So what you got to do is really simple, right? You just make a list of 300 things to ask from God. And that sounds really simple until you sit down to do it, and then you realize it isn't that simple. You're going to find that you run out of things to ask for very quickly. So then you're going to be really pushing yourself to finish this list. And so this does a few things. Let me talk about the effects that it had, like my experience of actually doing the list. First of all, yes, I could not come up with 300 things. I really got stuck at like 45 or 50 things. So that tells you something, right? It tells you that all of the things, like this yearning, this like, oh, my life isn't working out, oh, I'm not where I want to be, oh, this, that, and the other, just all of that noise is literally just 50 things that you were able to put down on a list on paper, and you're looking at it now and you're like, that's it. Between me and my ideal self or my dream life or whatever it is just these 50 things. It's not a lot. It's not this fuzzy thing with undefined edges. It's a finite, quantifiable list. And seeing it on paper makes it very real. Now, you might have put down things on the list like a mansion in Barbados and I don't know, like really whatever. right? You might have put down things like that on the list and they might seem impossible to you, but it is still just one line item on a list. Now, what happens when you run out of things at 50 is that you realize, okay, you are asking God, like the supreme creator of the universe, right? The big daddy. And you're sitting here and you don't even have things to ask. And you've been sitting here playing small, begging and pleading like for your whole life, and you're not even dreaming anywhere close to big enough. It's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. It's humbling. It puts things into perspective. Like, you're sat here and you're begging for scraps. You don't even know how to dream big enough. So then it becomes an exercise in imagination. Like, how big can you dream? Like, what can you really visualize for yourself? Like, what are the most outlandish things that you could ask for? And then you put them down. And that kind of pushed me over, I would say 80 or 90, right? I still don't got 300 things to ask. Then I started asking for things for other people, things for my family, things for my friends, things for people that I tangentially know. And now what that activates is a sense of magnanimity, of generosity, of feeling like, wow, I must really have my shit together if I'm able to sit here and ask for things on their behalf. So that was a very good feeling, and that was another 40 or 50 items. Now we've come down to the home stretch. You still got 150, 120 things to blank spaces on your list, and you're like, what am I going to do with this? And then you start really scrambling. You start putting down even the mundane shit. You start just putting anything down on this list. The one thing that you sort of sometime wanted is there as well. Now you're looking at it. Now you're looking at your list. You've finished 300 with some difficulty. I mean, maybe it's easier for you. I don't know. It wasn't that easy for me. But now you've got your list of 300 things. And now you're like, okay, here it is. Now, straight off the bat, what happens is, like, on my list, I really put down a pair of sandals that I wanted to buy. Like, I really did, right? Along with my mansion in Barbados was these sandals, like $100 pair of shoes. And you look at that, it's on the list, and you're like, okay, I don't really need to get God involved for this one. I can do this one myself. And it's really embarrassing, again, that I'm sat here with the creator of all things and I'm asking for a pair of sandals. So I ordered the sandals and they arrived, and I crossed the item off of my list. And psychologically, that does something to you, because in your mind, it might feel like that mansion is a much, much, much bigger deal than $100 pair of shoes. But on paper, it's a flat list. It's just a numbered list. There's no hierarchy as such. One thing is not more important than the other thing. And now you've crossed off an item. So now what that does for you is it makes you believe that actually, if I could achieve this, then I could achieve those things as well. So now your list takes on a very different quality. You realize that maybe it's just a matter of time. Maybe it's a matter of becoming the kind of person that is able to achieve these things as easily as buying $100 pair of shoes. And you start really working your way through the list. You start committing to achieving the things that you can. As you do that, the mental noise of yearning, I want, I need, I want, I don't have, where is it? All of that goes quiet, because now you can see yourself actually doing the things, buying the things, achieving the things, building the things, whatever. And just like I've done with this exercise over the last 5 days, you start to build trust with yourself. You start to believe that you are indeed capable of making your dreams come true. And that's a very powerful shift. Then what I did is I kind of identified categories. So there were some broad categories in my list. So yeah, there was the things for other people, but the things for myself fell into certain categories, like things that I want to buy, just stuff I want to buy, things that I want to experience, places I want to travel to, and the experience and the travel lists kind of overlapped a little bit because certain experiences can only be done in certain locations. And so that was a list. It was a list of travel / experience. I want to experience these things before I die. And then there was another category of things I want to learn. So again, there's some overlap with experience because you're going to have to put in maybe some degree of learning before you can experience something. Not all experiences are like that, but some are. So I had a list of things I wanted to learn. Then I had a list of things that, like the really big dreams, like, like the compound dreams, almost like a business in such and such thing. So a lot of pieces need to come together for that thing to happen. And, but I put them down anyway. And now I'm looking at my list and I found that, okay, you know what, I can do these things. So when I was planning my next holiday, instead of just looking at like randomly, okay, what does everybody else want to do? Where are the cheap tickets? What's available? I really went through my list because if it was meaningful enough for me to have put it down on the list, then I should do it. What am I waiting for? So I did the things and I started crossing them out. And a year later, so I don't really review the list very often. I think it's useful to look at it periodically, which is why I put it in such a nice book. Because it just keeps you like not even accountable, but just reminds you what your dreams are, who you are, because a pattern emerges from the list. And at the 1 year mark of when I was reviewing the 300 things, I found that I had crossed off some of them. I mean, 300 is a lot, so I'm not going to say I crossed off a lot of them, but I had crossed off some of them. And that really did something for me in the way that I viewed myself, in the way that I viewed what was possible for my life, what I'm really capable of, and some of these things happened even without me knowing how they would happen. I didn't know how it would be possible. It seemed like a faraway dream, and yet here I was on the 1 year anniversary of writing this list, marking completion on these items. So it's not magic. There's nothing woo about it. It just really puts blinkers on your vision for your life. It keeps you focused, it gives you a path. Like, this path, if you walk it, is what will produce the most meaning, the most satisfaction, the most self-love, the most self-trust, the most confidence, the most self-validation. And you've literally written a blueprint for yourself. So it starts out as quite a whimsical exercise of 300 things to ask from God, but it becomes a very powerful template for what you should do next, how you should live your life, what you should prioritize, what really matters. So I would highly encourage you to spend some time, make a list. You've got nothing to lose. It's simple. It's a fun activity, honestly. Like, what's not to like about it? You're making a wish list for life. It's a phenomenal feeling. You're almost childlike again. When did you last write a letter to Santa and ask for stuff? It's pretty much the same thing. You get to be a kid again. Dream big, dream creative, dream ambitious, dream fun, whimsy. This is what life is about. So that brings us to, 14 and a half minutes on today's video. Good job, me. Congratulations to me for showing up. Thank you to the 8 people that saw yesterday's video. I don't know how this is happening, but it is happening. So I hope people are deriving some value from this. And I hope that value is just that you can do stuff as well. Like, literally nobody's stopping you, nobody's judging, nobody cares. Just do the thing. I hope you have a wonderful day today, and may this day kiss you full on the lips.